The Godfather, released in 1972, is a powerful movie about a family running an organized crime business. It shows the struggles of power, family loyalty, and the challenges of maintaining authority. This film has many moments that surprise, make you laugh, and even make you sad. Now, think about the movie and ask yourself, is there a scene that really sticks with you? Maybe it's a line that's become a favorite quote, or a moment that always brings back strong feelings. And what about your own experiences? Do you remember the first time you watched The Godfather? Maybe it was with friends or family, and it's become a special memory. We'd love to hear your stories and experiences with this movie, so please share them in the comments below. Your personal connections to this film are just as important as the story it tells on screen.
Screws up all my arrangements.
Well, that's what he said. I can't go either, Sal.
The Godfather is a movie that came out in 1972. It tells the story of the Corleone family, a group involved in organized crime. The head of the family, Vito Corleone, is an aging leader who wants his youngest son, Michael, to take over the family business. Michael is hesitant at first, but eventually takes on the role. The movie is set in New York City and other locations like Sicily. It shows the struggles of the family as they deal with their rivals and the law. The film won several awards, including 3 Oscars, and is known for its strong performances and dramatic story. In a groundbreaking moment for cinema, the film opens with a meticulously executed zoom-out shot, starting close on Amerigo Bonasera's face and gradually revealing Don Corleone's presence. This technical feat was made possible by a computer-controlled zoom lens, a pioneering piece of equipment also utilized in the film's silent running. To authentically portray the life of crime, actor James Caan immersed himself in the company of individuals familiar with the criminal world. His dedication to understanding his character's environment added depth to his performance. Additionally, the inclusion of Richard Conte in the cast came from an unexpected suggestion by Martin Scorsese's mother, leading to his memorable role in the film.
Even though my wife is godmother to your only child. But let's be frank here.
In a memorable display of nonchalance, Marlon Brando attended the Academy Awards in 1955 chewing gum, only to pause, and eventually discard it when his victory for Best Actor was announced. Years later, on the set of a classic film, he showcased his playful side by secretly adding weights to his bed, causing a struggle for the crew members tasked with lifting him. In another scene, a unique situation arose where an actress answered a phone call from herself, adding a layer of behind-the-scenes complexity to her on-screen turmoil.
That's no reflection on Tom, but that's the way I want it. Besides, if I ever need help, who's a better consigliere than my father?
Al Pacino's career includes roles in several films recognized by the Oscars, with 2 of them winning Best Picture. The filming of the hospital scenes took place at 2 New York locations, capturing the exterior at Bellevue Hospital and the interior at the New York Eye and Ear Infirmary. A notable real-life detective, Sonny Russo, who was instrumental in the French Connection case, made an appearance in one of these scenes, highlighting the blend of fiction and reality in the film's narrative.
Should have never happened.
I'm gonna straighten everything out tonight. I don't want my father bothered anymore.
You won't be, Mike.
Anticipation for this film was so high that discussions for a follow-up began even before the original production wrapped up. Marlon Brando, who played the lead role, underwent a significant weight loss to embody the character authentically. His performance not only won critical acclaim, but also secured the top spot in Premiere Magazine's list of the greatest movie characters of all time.
Also, some of the judges, they've all sent gifts.
Marlon Brando's portrayal of the villain in the acclaimed film marked a significant shift in his career, demonstrating his ability to embrace more complex and darker roles. This was a departure from his earlier reluctance to be cast in such parts, as noted by director Sam Peckinpah. The production of the film was efficient, wrapping up in 77 days, which was under the planned schedule. Brando's influence on casting decisions was evident when he expressed dissatisfaction with Al Martino's performance, advocating for a change due to what he perceived as lackluster acting. These elements contributed to the film's powerful storytelling and enduring success. In crafting a film that would captivate audiences, Paramount Pictures was adamant about including more action-packed scenes. To satisfy this demand, director Francis Ford Coppola introduced additional violent sequences, notably one where Connie reacts furiously to Carlo's infidelity. The authenticity of the characters was paramount, with Marlon Brando drawing inspiration for his character's raspy voice from Frank Costello, a notorious figure he observed during televised hearings. Meanwhile, James Caan's portrayal was informed by his studies at the neighborhood Playhouse School of the Theater, where he honed his craft under the guidance of Sanford Meisner, a proponent of the Meisner technique.
If I insist again, I'll kill you.
Marlon Brando's career witnessed a significant resurgence with his role in this acclaimed film following a period of decline. His performance not only restored his star status, but also led to a surge in his earning potential, demonstrated by a substantial salary for a brief role in a later superhero film. Despite this success, he declined a part in a fantasy adventure film, a decision made during a meeting with the director at his home. Meanwhile, the director of the film, Francis Ford Coppola, took inspiration from his previous work to craft the memorable opening scene, shifting away from his initial plan to start with a wedding sequence. This change set the tone for the film, beginning with a powerful and intimate monologue that effectively introduced the film's themes and characters.
No, Carlo, you're out of the family business. That's your punishment. You're finished.
At the young age of 16, Simonetta Stefanelli portrayed Apollonia, Michael Corleone's first wife, and performed a topless scene, which she had experience with from a previous film. Despite her reservations, she accepted the role's requirements. Al Pacino, known for his portrayal of Michael Corleone, has maintained a friendship with King Charles III and has been hosted at Highgrove House. Vito Scotti, recognized for his recurring appearances in various roles on the television series Columbo, worked alongside Dick Van Dyke in the episode Negative Reaction and had previously collaborated with him in the 60s on The Dick Van Dyke Show. In the making of this classic film, director Francis Ford Coppola faced a unique challenge with casting. Despite initial hesitation due to concerns of favoritism, Coppola eventually allowed his sister Talia Shire to audition for the role of Connie at the insistence of author Mario Puzo. Shire's performance would ultimately become a memorable part of the film's legacy. Richard Caan, known for his role in the film, had an unexpected journey into acting. Initially pursuing art and music, a chance summer job as a singing waiter led to an encounter with influential figures from New York City's group theater. This meeting resulted in a scholarship and a series of stage performances that paved his way to Hollywood. Behind the scenes, George Lucas, who would later gain fame for his own cinematic works, contributed as an assistant editor. His creative solutions and editing skills were instrumental in crafting key moments, including the newspaper montage that illustrated the escalating mob wars and the tense hospital scene where Michael Corleone steps up to protect his father. Lucas's ability to repurpose footage added depth to these critical scenes, enhancing the storytelling without the need for additional filming.
Strict assurance from Corleone. As time goes by in his position...
In a unique crossover of talent, Marlon Brando's Oscar-winning performance as Vito Corleone was later echoed by Robert De Niro, who portrayed the younger Vito in a sequel. This connection was further solidified as De Niro paid homage to Brando's earlier award-winning role in On the Waterfront with a similar monologue in his own Oscar-winning performance in Raging Bull. The grandeur scene in the film's Woltz estate scenes was not just a set. The exterior belonged to Harold Lloyd's real residence, while the interiors were filmed at the Guggenheim estate. The presence of valuable art necessitated security measures, and even the bed had to be sourced from elsewhere. Francis Ford Coppola's initial screen tests for the main cast, conducted informally at his San Francisco home, did not impress the studio executive. Despite the studio's insistence on formal screen tests, which cost a significant sum, Coppola's original choices for the roles were ultimately selected. This decision shaped the film's legacy, as the performances of Al Pacino, James Caan, Robert Duvall, and Diane Keaton became integral to its success. In a departure from the original novel, the film adaptation presents a shift in the Corleone family hierarchy. Initially, Vito Corleone is depicted as the eldest sibling receiving care for pneumonia, which contrasts with the later introduction of Santino as he assists in the placement of a stolen rug. This alteration is supported by Francis Ford Coppola's own statements, affirming Vito's position as the senior son. John Cazale's career, though brief, was marked by a series of significant films. Each of the 5 movies he starred in, including this crime saga, was recognized by the National Film Registry for their importance. His unique distinction lies in the fact that every feature film he participated in earned a place in this esteemed archive. Alex Rocco, known for his role as Mo Green, had a real-life connection to organized crime before his acting career took off. He was associated with the Winter Hill Gang, a notorious crime group, which adds a layer of authenticity to his portrayal of a gangster in the film.
I'll do anything you ask, anything to make up for what's happened to him.
In the process of self-assertion, Talia Shire decided to audition for a role that would later become one of her most recognized performances. Her decision was influenced by professional advice to take more initiative within her family. Meanwhile, James Caan's interactions during the production drew the attention of federal authorities due to his association with a notable figure under FBI surveillance. In a curious case of age proximity, John Cazale portrayed the offspring of actors who were his seniors by a mere handful of years, highlighting the casting choices that contributed to the film's dynamic familial relationships.
I heard that you were a serious man. They treated you with respect.
Marlon Brando, despite initial reluctance due to his concerns over the portrayal of the Mafia, eventually took on the role of Don Vito Corleone after shedding some weight. His commitment to the part extended beyond the screen, as he faced personal challenges during a difficult period in his family's life. In 1990, he dealt with the legal troubles of his son Christian, who was accused of a serious crime. The bail was set high, and Brando had to leverage his property to cover the cost. To further support his son, he accepted a role in another film, securing a substantial fee that aided in addressing the financial strain of the situation. This period showcased Brando's dedication to his family and his craft as he navigated both personal and professional demands.
Well, I owe it all to him. He knows how grateful you are.
In a notable instance of art imitating life, Lenny Montana, portraying the character Luca Brasi, led his real-life anxiety show in a scene with Marlon Brando. His fumbled lines were not a scripted moment, but a genuine reaction which the director found fitting and decided to include in the film. To enhance this authenticity, additional scenes were filmed to depict Luca Brasi rehearsing his lines, further enriching the narrative. Marlon Brando's career intersected with various actors across different genres and eras. He shared the screen with Glenn Ford in both a comedic and a superhero context, while also having the unique experience of acting alongside his sister Jocelyn Brando in a classic film noir. Robert Duvall's filmography includes a significant number of movies recognized for their cultural, historical, or aesthetic importance. His performances contributed to the legacy of several films now preserved in the National Film Registry, reflecting a diverse range of cinematic storytelling from legal dramas to war epics.
Mr. Waltz, grant us a small favor.
Waltz, who's listening?
Give Johnny the partner of new war.
Diane Keaton's role in this film is part of her legacy, with her performances in 4 significant films recognized by the National Film Registry for their cultural and historical importance. In a particular scene where Sonny confronts Carlo, filmmakers cleverly used a truck and a wooden box to conceal items that did not fit the period setting. Al Pacino, known for his portrayal of Michael, also founded Chow Productions, naming it in honor of his friend Charlie Lawton, combining their names as a tribute.
Shot when he's still alive. Well, that's bad luck for me, and bad luck for you.
In a twist of fate, Sergio Leone, who passed on the opportunity to direct a film about a crime family, later created his own masterpiece in the genre. The story of the Corleones draws parallels to the historical Borgias, with the backdrop of New York mirroring the power dynamics of Renaissance Rome. John Cazale's portrayal in the original film earned him a more prominent role in the sequel, showcasing the actor's ability to captivate audiences and the director's recognition of his talent. Talia Shire's career includes roles in 4 films nominated for the Best Picture Oscar, with 3 of them winning the award. Her performances span across a saga about a crime family and a story of an underdog boxer. In a unique twist of art imitating life, Alex Rocco, known for his role in this crime saga, later appeared in a commercial that humorously referenced one of the film's most memorable scenes. Meanwhile, Elvis Presley, a fan of the original novel, sought to be part of the cinematic adaptation, expressing interest in two major roles, one of which was the family's patriarch.
Corleone, I am honored and grateful that you have invited.
In a notable scene, the director had scripted a character to prepare sausage in a certain way, which was later changed to a more authentic cooking method to better suit the character's background. On the set, a real-life mafia figure, who would later become a prominent boss, was present and interacted with one of the actors, revealing a family connection only after the figure's demise. A setting for a crucial gathering of crime leaders was chosen for its corporate ambience, highlighted by a distinctive train mural, adding to the scene's authenticity. These behind-the-scenes anecdotes offer a glimpse into the careful attention to detail and the blending of fiction with reality that went into the making of this pivotal film.
And I'll give you my reason. It's true, I have a lot of friends in politics.
In the casting process for Kay, Mia Farrow was considered for the role. A phrase that has become synonymous with the series, "I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse," is repeated across all films. James Caan's portrayal of Sonny led to two of his scenes being humorously reimagined in The Simpsons. One depicts a character being beaten in the street, mirroring Sonny's altercation with Carlo. Another shows a character being pelted with snowballs, echoing Sonny's demise, which was also recreated with Caan guests starring in a similar scenario. These moments highlight the cultural impact and continued relevance of the film through such parodies.
Trust me. That's all I can tell you about my business. Okay.
Marlon Brando, a notable actor, set a precedent by being the first male to earn over $1 million for a film role, a feat he achieved with Mutiny on the Bounty. Despite the film's extended production and budget overruns, Brando's earnings were substantial. His career later faced challenges, with several unsuccessful films leading to a decline in his box office appeal. However, he made a remarkable comeback, securing a record-breaking salary for his brief role in Superman. His financial success continued with Apocalypse Now, which provided him significant earnings and facilitated his retirement. Brando's ability to attract high salaries endured throughout his career, even securing substantial pay for his part in A Dry White Season and maintaining his high market value up until The Score. Alex Rocco's memorable line from the film has found a place in popular culture, often quoted by Howie Carr to describe the troubles of the elite. Diane Keaton drew inspiration for her character from Eleanor Coppola, reflecting her personality and mannerisms in her performance. This approach added depth to her role, contributing to the film's overall authenticity and character development.
Well, in business, we'll have to suffer, all right? Hey, listen, do me a favor, Tom. No more advice on how to patch things up.
In a notable departure from the novel, the film adaptation presents Bonacera as the first to seek an audience with Don Corleone, rather than Nazarene the baker. This alteration serves to highlight the proper way to request a favor within this world, contrasting with Bonacera's earlier disrespect. Meanwhile, Diane Keaton, who played a key role, shares her birthday with fellow cast member Robert Duvall and with Joe Flanagan, her co-star in another film. In an ambitious marketing move, Paramount Pictures once considered launching a line of spaghetti sauce and a chain of restaurants themed around the film, along with a potential television series. However, these plans never materialized.
Mr. Waltz, come a lawyer, I have not threatened. I know almost every big lawyer in New York. Who the hell are you?
In a notable behind-the-scenes moment, Sonny Russo, who was part of the cast, took on the role of an assassin in a pivotal scene without any credit. Al Pacino, despite facing initial skepticism from the producer, secured his place in film history with his performance. His desire to work with actress Julie Christie remained unfulfilled, as casting decisions for another movie, Marathon Man, took a different turn. Marlon Brando, a key figure in the film, praised Salvatore Corsitto for delivering the most authentic portrayal. These insights reveal the off-screen dynamics and decisions that shaped the making of this significant film.
And you knew it was the right thing to do.
Sonny will come out.
In a unique blend of life imitating art, Talia Shire initiated a family tradition by joining the cast as the sister of Michael Corleone, mirroring her real-life relationship with director Francis Ford Coppola. This pattern continued with Talia Coppola portraying the mother only in a funeral scene, and Sofia Coppola appearing as Michael's daughter, paralleling her real-life role as Coppola's daughter. Diane Keaton, portraying Michael's wife, drew inspiration for her character from Eleanor Coppola, the director's spouse. An unscripted moment occurred when Vito Corleone, played by Marlon Brando, delivered an impromptu slap to Gianni Fontaine, catching actor Al Martino off guard, resulting in a genuinely perplexed reaction. Marlon Brando, known for his legendary acting, also shared a close friendship with Michael Jackson. This bond extended to Brando's participation in Jackson's 2001 music video and a visit to Neverland Ranch in 23, marking one of Brando's final public appearances. In a groundbreaking moment for female directors, Sofia Coppola broke through the glass ceiling in 24, securing a nomination for Best Director at the Oscars, a first for an American woman. She joined the ranks of Jane Campion and Lena Wertmuller, who had previously been recognized in this category. The filming of the wedding sequences was a complex operation, utilizing 6 cameras to capture the event from multiple angles, including cinema verite-style shots in the garden and improvised dialogue recorded by a roaming soundman. Despite the innovative use of a helicopter-mounted camera, the footage proved too unstable for use. The story's journey to the screen began when Paramount's Peter Bart secured the film rights based on a mere 20-page outline, long before the novel's completion. This early bet on the narrative's potential paved the way for its cinematic adaptation.
Will be the piece. But I must have strict assurance from Corleone. As time goes by...
On the set of this classic film, tensions rose between actor Richard S. Castellano and director Francis Ford Coppola. Castellano, who played a key role, faced a physically demanding scene involving multiple takes of running upstairs, which was particularly challenging due to his weight. His labored breathing in the final cut was genuine, not an act. Diane Keaton, before her significant role in the film, honed her craft in stage productions like The Importance of Being Earnest, and oh, what a lovely war, showcasing her range and dedication to the performing arts. James Caan's journey to his iconic role was a winding one. Initially auditioning for a different character, he was considered for the lead until Al Pacino's casting shifted him back to the role that would become one of his most memorable performances.
That would be a real man.
In a classic scene, Michael Corleone and Kay Adams attend a screening of The Bells of St. Mary's, a notable film for being a rare sequel recognized with a Best Picture nomination. This cinematic moment foreshadows the success of the film's own sequel 2 years later. During production, a significant portion of the filming took place discreetly in New York suburbs, with Marlon Brando's contributions remarkably completed within a focused time frame of just over a month. Additionally, the film presents a cultural insight where the tradition of a Sicilian father not denying requests on his daughter's wedding day is shared, a detail more fittingly conveyed by Michael to Kay rather than between characters already familiar with the tradition. In the world of classic cinema, behind-the-scenes stories often reveal as much drama as the on-screen narrative. Marlon Brando, known for his powerful screen presence, brought personal experiences to his roles, sharing in a court testimony the struggles with alcoholism within his family. Casting decisions can greatly influence a film's direction. This was evident when Burt Reynolds was initially considered for the role of Michael Corleone. However, Brando's strong opposition led to Reynolds stepping away, paving the way for Al Pacino's eventual casting. Off-screen, personal tastes of the cast also came to light, with Sofia Coppola expressing her preference for the music of the Chemical Brothers, showcasing the varied influences that can shape an artist's vision.
That's my family, kid. It's not me.
Abe Vigoda's notable appearances include 2 films that won the Best Picture Academy Award. Al Pacino, reflecting on his experiences with John Cazale, expressed admiration for Cazale's talent and lamented the lack of recognition for his performances, particularly in the sequel. Pacino also shared insights into his own decision to skip the Academy Awards, attributing it to a rebellious phase rather than category snubs. This sentiment of rebellion was not unique to him, as other prominent actors of the time also distanced themselves from the Hollywood award ceremonies. Marlon Brando's interaction with James Caan revealed a personal longing for love, a sentiment he humorously suggested keeping from his wife. Reflecting on his role, Robert Duvall had a singular wish for improvement, a more convincing hairpiece. Al Pacino, a dedicated actor, was deeply involved with David Wheeler's Theatre Company of Boston, showcasing his range in productions from Shakespeare's Richard III to Brecht's Outro UI and Rabe's The Basic Training of Pablo Hummel, earning him a Tony Award. His collaboration with Wheeler continued with A Local Stigmatic, which later became a film shown in Los Angeles. John Cazale, despite his compelling portrayal of Vito Corleone's son, did not receive an Oscar nomination, unlike his co-stars Al Pacino, James Caan, and Talia Shire, who were recognized for their performances in the saga.
You think I'm skimming off the top, Mike?
You're unlucky.
In a notable instance of on-set dynamics, actor Richard S. Castellano stood up for cinematographer Gordon Willis during a heated exchange with director Francis Ford Coppola. This act of defense led to an unexpected form of retribution from Coppola, who directed Castellano to perform an exhausting series of 20 takes, simply walking up 4 flights of stairs as his character Clemenza. Sofia Coppola, who later became a filmmaker herself, had her first moment on film as an infant during a pivotal baptism scene. This scene would later serve as a creative spark for a parallel moment in the Star Wars saga, where a significant political shift occurs simultaneously with a sequence of pivotal actions by a central character. James Caan, known for his role in this classic film, was once in the running to lend his voice to a character in a beloved animated feature, The Lion King, as the villainous Scar, showcasing the diverse range of roles actors can be considered for beyond their defining performances. In the landscape of American cinema, Marlon Brando stands out as a significant figure, having been honored by the American Film Institute as the 4th greatest male star. His legacy is further cemented by his role in a film that, decades later, would include John Cazale through archival footage in its 3rd installment. Cazale's posthumous appearance meant that all his feature films received Best Picture nominations. Al Pacino, another stalwart of the same film series, demonstrated his skill in scenes where his characters narrowly escaped death by gunfire, a testament to his ability to portray intense survival instincts on screen.
Well, his idea, right? Didn't you?
Freddy. Your brother, Freddie.
It was Jay. Girls here.
In the landscape of American cinema, certain performances and scenes stand out for their reflection of real-life events. Al Pacino, known for his powerful screen presence, was once considered for a role in The Singing Detective, a project initially linked to director David Cronenberg. This echoes the casting decisions made in the early 1970s, where Pacino's career-defining role was almost played by another. The opening sequence of this acclaimed film draws inspiration from an actual event, a grand wedding that united 2 powerful families, mirroring the strategic alliances formed within the narrative. This scene was not just a depiction of opulence, but a nod to the intricate social fabric of the time. James Caan, who brought to life one of the film's most memorable characters, was initially in the running for a different role, showcasing the fluidity and unpredictability of casting in Hollywood. These elements combine to create a cinematic experience that resonates with authenticity and historical parallels.
The Sollozzo fellow. I want you to find out what he's got on his fingernails, you know? Go to the...
In the midst of filming, James Caan addressed rumors about an on-set conflict with Gianni Russo. Contrary to claims of a heated exchange escalating into physicality, Caan clarified that the fight scene was choreographed with stuntman Paul Baxley, not Russo. The sequence, which included improvised elements, was a creation of Caan and Baxley crafted without any real animosity. Al Pacino, known for his role in the film, was celebrated as one of the greatest movie stars, securing the 4th spot in a prominent magazine's ranking in 1997. Meanwhile, Abe Vigoda's presence on set was so convincing that many mistook him for an actual member of the underworld, a testament to the authenticity he brought to his role.
How long have you been back?
Back in here.
On the set, humor was a key element to lighten the mood. James Caan and Robert Duvall initiated a series of pranks that involved exposing their behinds to unsuspecting cast and crew, creating an atmosphere where laughter was common and everyone was on the lookout for the next joke. This playful behavior even led to Marlon Brando and Duvall coordinating a large-scale prank during a crucial scene, which resulted in an eruption of laughter from nearly everyone present. Brando's antics earned him the playful title of Moon Champion among his peers. Marlon Brando's unique personality and memorable performances inspired the punk rock band The Dickies to create a song titled "I'm Stuck in a Condo with Mr. Marlon Brando," reflecting his influence beyond the silver screen. Sonny Russo, known for his work in entertainment, took on the role of producer for a stage performance of Be My Love, the Mario Lanza story in 2007. The production, which featured the Nassau Pops Symphony Orchestra and was directed by Charles Messina, showcased the life of the legendary tenor Mario Lanza, adding to Grosso's diverse career achievements.
Yeah, you want me sending people over here?
No, just you and him. Go ahead.
In a unique casting choice, Al Lettieri was the only actor given a starring credit who did not appear on the film's poster. His role, however, stood out as a pivotal part of the story. The film's visual style was shaped by Dean Tavoularis, whose previous work caught the attention of director Francis Ford Coppola, leading to his recruitment. The production's authenticity attracted real medical professionals who couldn't resist observing Marlon Brando's performance during the hospital sequences. Morgana King, known for her role in a critically acclaimed film series, graced the screen in 2 consecutive movies that won the Best Picture Academy Award. The distinctive visual style of the films, characterized by their dimly lit scenes, can be attributed to Gordon Willis' innovative use of overhead lighting. This approach was initially necessitated by the makeup used for Marlon Brando's character, but was then adopted throughout the film, contributing to its unique atmosphere. In a surprising twist, Al Pacino admitted during a reunion event that he and co-star Diane Keaton had doubts about the film's success while filming the wedding scene. Amidst the on-set chaos, they found solace in each other's company, pondering the film's fate and jokingly deeming it a potential disaster.
Sonny will come after you with everything he's got.
That'll be his first reaction, sure.
In the world of classic cinema, behind-the-scenes stories often reveal as much drama as what appears on screen. Richard Caan, known for his roles in film noir, brought a certain gravitas to his performance, recognized in scholarly works like Karen Burroughs Hansberry's Bad Boys, the actors of film noir. Meanwhile, Sterling Hayden's off-screen escapades during filming, such as being found asleep by a river, added an unexpected layer to his character's on-screen intensity. Marlon Brando, a giant in the acting community, faced challenges during the production of The Night of the Following Day, leading to a shift in directorial duties to his co-star Richard Boone. These events highlight the unpredictable nature of film production and the dedication of actors to their craft, even under trying circumstances. In the landscape of American cinema, few actors have had as significant an impact as Marlon Brando and Al Pacino, whose careers were notably marked by their roles in a certain 1972 film. Brando, known for his financial acumen, accepted a role in A Dry White Season for a minimal fee, redirecting his would-be salary to combat apartheid. This gesture was part of a larger pattern of generosity, despite the financial burden he faced during his son's legal troubles. His estate, valued at over $20 million at the time of his passing, reflects a life of both personal and professional highs and lows. Pacino's rise to prominence was rapid, with his performance in the same 1972 film earning him the first of 4 back-to-back Oscar nominations. This achievement placed him in the company of esteemed actors like Jennifer Jones and Elizabeth Taylor, underscoring his immediate and lasting impact on the film industry. Brando's bold stance at the 45th Annual Academy Awards, where he chose activism over accolade, sent ripples through Hollywood. The decision to have Sasheen Littlefeather refuse his Best Actor award on his behalf was met with a mix of criticism and silent respect, highlighting the complex interplay between celebrity and social responsibility. This moment remains a significant point of discussion in the annals of film history.
Please, tell me.
In crafting a narrative that reflects the essence of a classic film, it's notable how real-life figures inspired its characters. The portrayal of a Hollywood tycoon drew from the lives of two industry giants, mirroring the passion for horse racing and the darker ties to organized crime that led to a scandalous race-fixing incident. Meanwhile, the cast brought their own acclaim to the production. Al Pacino, fresh from Broadway success and accolades, brought depth to his role, while Marlon Brando, despite mixed reviews from past performances, delivered a portrayal that became a defining moment in his career. These elements combined to create a film that stands as a testament to the power of inspired character creation and stellar acting. In a pivotal moment of loyalty and family ties, Al Pacino, portraying Michael, stood by Marlon Brando, who played his father, with genuine tears in his eyes, reflecting the depth of their bond. During a particularly intense scene, Talia Shire, in her role as Connie, pressed on despite losing a shoe and facing the danger of injury from shattered ceramics, showcasing her dedication to the scene's authenticity. Casting decisions also brought tension, as Burt Reynolds was initially considered for the role of Sonny, but was ultimately rejected by Brando due to personal differences, and Brando's perception of Reynolds' acting caliber, stemming from a past parody that did not sit well with him.
$600,000 on 4 hooks. I'll bet Russian Caan never paid that kind of...
In the making of the classic film, cost-saving measures included using stand-ins for distant shots, extras donned wigs and hats to represent key actors, reducing expenses for the production. Talia Shire stands out in film history for her unique record of acting in 6 sequels to films that won the Best Picture Oscar, a feat unmatched by any other actor. Meanwhile, Sylvester Stallone, who sought roles in the film without success, found his path in screenwriting and later starred with Shire in another acclaimed film series. These behind-the-scenes decisions and career turns contributed to the creation and legacy of a film that remains a benchmark in cinema. In the world of classic cinema, casting decisions are critical. James Caan, known for his role in this acclaimed film, later left the set of another project, leading to Michael Caine stepping in. Both had previously worked together. The role of Tom Hagen saw auditions from a diverse group of actors, including Jerry Van Dyke, Bruce Dern, Steve McQueen, and Paul Newman, with Caan also vying for the part. Sofia Coppola, who had roles in 2 films that won Best Picture and another that was nominated, has a unique connection to this series of films, appearing across 3 decades. Her presence in these films adds a layer of continuity and familial legacy to the saga. A pivotal decision by the director to retain the original Puppet Strings logo for the film's release honored the collaborative effort with the script's co-writer. His choice preserved the visual continuity from the novel to the screen. Marlon Brando, who had risen to stardom for his role in A Streetcar Named Desire, was later sought after by Paramount for a leading role in another major film with a substantial salary proposal, reflecting his growing stature in the industry. However, his salary demand at the time was considered excessive.
This business, it's perfect. Pete, they got an old-fashioned toilet.
In a classic film, Italian language is woven into the dialogue, adding authenticity to the character's cultural background. Words like sfortunato and consigliere are used to describe individuals' roles and fortunes, while terms like finocchio and stronzo express contempt. The phrase vaffanculo is hurled in anger, and infamia is used to condemn morally reprehensible actions. The expression pezzo novena signifies a person of high status or power. Sofia Coppola, initially set to direct a live-action version of The Little Mermaid, envisioned a fully submerged cinematic experience. Despite securing lead actors, her departure due to creative differences led to significant script changes and the project's indefinite postponement, especially as competing studios announced similar projects. John Cazale, known for his compelling performances, portrayed characters named Stan in 2 notable films, showcasing his ability to bring depth to diverse roles. His talent left a lasting impression on cinema despite his brief career.
See if we can make that first thing on your list, understand? Understood. Hey, Mickey, tomorrow, you get a couple of guys, you go with Lucas.
Marlon Brando, known for his powerful screen presence, had a personal life filled with unique stories. He kept the ashes of his close friend Wally Cox hidden in his home, often conversing with them, until they were both laid to rest together in Death Valley. Brando's appetite was as legendary as his acting. He indulged in copious amounts of food, from Chinese takeout to jars of peanut butter, Malamers, and cinnamon buns. His weight fluctuations were a constant battle, marked by crash diets and voracious eating sprees. This cycle affected his work, requiring costume adjustments and sometimes the use of a double on set. Despite health scares leading to significant weight loss, Brando's love for food, particularly ice cream, never waned. Robert Duvall, another esteemed actor, honed his craft under Sanford Meisner at the Neighborhood Playhouse School of the Theater in New York. His performances in A View from the Bridge and Tomorrow at St. Mark's Playhouse showcased his dedication to the art of acting.
Hello? Is Carlo there? Who's this?
In a unique twist of art imitating life, Talia Shire portrayed the aunt to her actual niece, Sofia Coppola, in the 3rd installment of the famous crime saga. This family connection added a layer of authenticity to their on-screen relationship. Meanwhile, Francis Ford Coppola's creative journey took an interesting turn in 1969. During a meeting with producers to discuss a different film, he received a call from Marlon Brando declining a role. Coincidentally, it was around this time that Coppola noticed an advertisement for Mario Puzo's novel, which would soon become the basis for the acclaimed film series. James Caan's collaboration with Coppola extended beyond this film, as he appeared in 3 other movies directed by Coppola, showcasing a strong professional bond between the actor and the director. In adapting the novel for the screen, a character's name was changed from Adeleo to Carmine, a nod to the composer of the film score. Marlon Brando, who played a pivotal role in the film, once turned down a part in another major production to work on a movie with a strong political message, following the assassination of a civil rights leader. Brando's filmography includes several significant films recognized by the National Film Registry, and he also directed a film that earned a place in this esteemed list. His choices reflect a career marked by selective roles that align with his personal beliefs and a legacy of films that have made a lasting impression on American cinema. Diane Keaton, celebrated for her role in a classic film, joined an exclusive group of actresses who have received the Best Actress Academy Award and the Best Actress in a Comedy Musical Golden Globe for the same role. Her performance in Annie Hall earned her these honors. Al Pacino, known for his intense performances, portrayed the son of actors Morgana King and Marlon Brando, despite being significantly younger than them. In the film, the character Michael Corleone's military decorations are meticulously detailed, showcasing his valor and service. These include high honors such as the Silver Star and the Purple Heart, reflecting his character's distinguished military background. Additionally, the narrative later addresses a discrepancy regarding the Navy Cross, a highly esteemed award that may not have been immediately bestowed upon his discharge, a situation not uncommon for returning veterans.
It doesn't make any difference to me what a man does for a living.
In the early 70s, a towering figure, Abe Vigoda, was considered for the role of the monster in a comedy film due to his stature and striking similarity to a classic horror film actor. Meanwhile, Sofia Coppola, a young actress, had the unique experience of participating in a landmark film trilogy. Her roles were minor at first, uncredited as a newborn and a child passenger, but she eventually stepped into a significant character's shoes in the final installment. Behind the scenes, the film's production faced real-life threats, with the producer's assistant encountering a chilling message and damage to her vehicle, a stark reminder of the serious attention the film's subject matter attracted from powerful organizations.
Be careful.
Corleone.
In a notable display of talent and dedication, Robert Duvall was compensated with $36,000 for his 8 weeks of work. Meanwhile, John Cazale's skill was recognized with an award for distinguished performance by the Off-Broadway Obie Awards for his role in The Indian Wants the Bronx. Demonstrating the film's extraordinary success, Paramount Pictures announced that within less than a month of its national release, it had become the 12th highest-grossing film in domestic history, setting a record for the fastest-grossing movie over such a brief time span.
Venida domenica, mattina.
In a notable crossover of family ties and acting careers, Andy Garcia took on the role of Sonny Corleone's son in the Godfather series, a character originally portrayed by James Caan. This connection extended beyond the screen as Scott Caan, James Caan's real-life son, later shared the screen with Garcia in the heist films Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12. Marlon Brando, known for his powerful screen presence, delivered a performance so moving in The Men that it brought his co-star Teresa right to tears. The Godfather's rich narrative, drawn from the original novel, includes an elaborate scene where Don Corleone hears requests during his daughter's wedding. Among the many favor seekers is a character with ambitions to start a pizza restaurant, bearing the Coppola name, a subtle nod to the author's own heritage.
How long will that be?
6 months.
Forgive me, Godfather, but you've got...
A significant piece of art, the Empire Express 999 mural by Luman Martin Winter, once displayed during a pivotal scene in a classic film, was acquired from the Pennsylvania State Historical and Museum Commission by a dedicated fan in 2014. Al Pacino, known for his role in this film, shared a long-standing friendship with John Cazale, dating back to their teenage years. This bond was evident as they appeared together in several notable films. Diane Keaton, another star from the same film, saw her later movies in 1977 subtly nod to the famous crime saga. In one, her character is interrupted while reading Mario Puzo's novel that inspired the film, and in another, the film is mentioned in a conversation outside a cinema. In a notable casting choice, Morgana King took on the role of a mother figure to Robert Duvall's character, despite being his senior by only 7 months. The film's budget constraints reflected in the salaries, with key cast members Al Pacino, James Caan, and Diane Keaton each earning $35,000 for their performances. Adding a touch of authenticity, James Caan brought the phrase "bada bing" into the script after picking it up from Carmine Persico, a known figure in organized crime, showcasing the blend of real-life influences with the film's narrative. Marlon Brando, known for his powerful screen presence, had a personal connection to the theme of substance abuse due to his mother's struggles with alcoholism. His candid reaction to Eugene O'Neill's play reflects his personal experiences. In A Twist of Life Imitating Art, Ardell Sheridan's casting as Mistress Clemenza, influenced by her relationship with Richard Castellano, mirrored their real-life bond culminating in marriage. The film also became a family affair with Sofia Coppola, appearing as the niece of Talia Shire, her actual aunt, in a later installment of the series. These off-screen dynamics subtly influenced the on-screen portrayal of the characters, adding depth to the film's narrative.
Food in the icebox. You hungry?
No, I'm sorry.
How about a drink? How about a little brandy? That's good to sweat it out. All right, sure. Go ahead, baby.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, right.
In a remarkable turn of events, Marlon Brando, alongside director Tony Kaye, invested a significant sum for footage tied to a World War I legend. This footage, said to depict the Angel of Mons, was discovered in a trunk once owned by William Doige, a soldier present at the event. The film's existence fueled Brando and Kaye's ambition to create a movie about the phenomenon, with Brando portraying an American veteran. However, their collaboration ended abruptly due to disagreements. Brando's knack for recognizing potential was evident when he elevated Jay Cantor from a mailroom clerk to his agent, a move that proved pivotal for Cantor's career. This decision was inspired by Cantor's demeanor and capability, which Brando noticed during a routine pickup. James Caan, reflecting on his body of work, rated his films on a scale showing a clear preference for certain roles over others. His highest praise was reserved for his performances in 2 films, one being a critically acclaimed crime saga and the other a Western drama, both earning perfect scores. Caan's candid ratings provide insight into his view of his career trajectory and the roles that he felt defined his craft. Marlon Brando, before his prominent film roles, graced the stage in productions like A Flag is Born and An Eagle Has Two Heads. His cultural influence extended to music, with artists like The Kinks, Neil Young, David Bowie, Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel, Kirsty Mackle, and Marcella Detroit referencing him in their songs. Alex Rocco, known for his role in a notable 1982 horror film, shared a coincidental final day with fellow actor George Coe on July 18, 2015. Both actors' careers spanned diverse roles across different genres, leaving a lasting impression on the film industry.
Talk into it, okay? Hey, wait, hey. Leave them out here. We'll deal with them later.
Marlon Brando, known for his powerful screen presence, had a deep interest in socially relevant cinema. He once aimed to adapt The Deputy, a play criticizing the Vatican's stance during World War II, but the project did not materialize. His commitment to social issues was evident when he donated his entire salary from a dry white season to fight apartheid, expecting a matching contribution from MGM, which unfortunately did not follow through. Brando's approach to acting was unique. He preferred reading lines from cue cards, believing it brought a fresh and genuine reaction to the performance. This technique was not just for his role in this acclaimed film, but also in others like Superman, where he applied the same method for authenticity.
Should listen. But anyway, Senor Son.
On the set, humor was a key part of the atmosphere. Lenny Montana, who played a pivotal role, once greeted Marlon Brando with a prank message on his tongue, eliciting a hearty laugh from the seasoned actor. The film's memorable baptism sequence required two locations. The indoor portion took place at St. Patrick's Old Cathedral, while the outdoor scenes were captured at Mount Loretto Church. Mario Puzo, the author behind the story, held a particular line from his book in high esteem, advocating for its inclusion in the script. However, Brando, concerned about the line's overt message, opted to remove it from the final cut. In the early 1940s, Sterling Hayden caught the attention of audiences and studios alike, earning the title of the most beautiful man in the movies from Paramount. Years later, Talia Shire would make a significant mark in cinematic history, working under the direction of her brother, Francis Ford Coppola, in a series of films that left a lasting legacy. Among these, she starred in 2 installments of a critically acclaimed saga in the early 1970s and mid-1970s, followed by roles in later works in 1989 and 1990. Interestingly, a particular Italian pastry, which never appeared in the original novel or script, found its way into the film. This addition was a personal touch from the director, inspired by his father's habit of bringing home these sweet treats encapsulated in distinctive white boxes. This detail added an authentic layer to the film's portrayal of family and cultural traditions.
There. Don Corleone.
Diane Keaton's career includes roles in several critically acclaimed films, 3 of which secured the Best Picture Oscar. Her performances contributed to the success of these celebrated movies. Marlon Brando, known for his powerful screen presence, had a personal preference for classic comedians, enjoying the works of Chaplin and others, yet he found the Marx Brothers style less appealing. The casting process for this significant film was a challenging endeavor, marked by strong disagreements between the director and studio executives. The director's initial choices for the lead roles faced opposition, leading to an extensive and costly search for the perfect cast. Ultimately, the director's determination prevailed, establishing an iconic ensemble that would become central to the film's enduring legacy.
In Brooklyn, I can hang my hat. Just be patient. I'm not asking you for help, Mike. Just take off the handcuff.
In a significant shift from the original script, Talia Shire's input led to a pivotal change in her character's storyline, resulting in a scene that showcased her emotional range and earned her an Academy Award nomination. Meanwhile, Abe Vigoda's portrayal left a memorable impression that was later humorously echoed in a popular TV show. Al Pacino's performance marked the beginning of a series of consecutive nominations, highlighting his exceptional talent during that era. These developments underscored the collaborative nature of filmmaking and the lasting impact of powerful performances.
And I wish to congratulate you on your new business. I know you
In a unique turn during casting, Alex Rocco, initially in line for the role of Al Neri, was persuaded by director Francis Ford Coppola to portray Moe Greene. Despite his reservations about playing a character of Jewish heritage, Rocco accepted the role after Coppola's convincing direction. The set design for the Corleone family home was elaborate, featuring a two-story layout with various rooms, including a study and a foyer with a staircase leading to the bedrooms. In an interesting twist, Morgana King, who played Mama Corleone, declined to lie in a casket for the funeral scene. Coppola resolved this by having his own mother, Talia Coppola, step in for the scene. These behind-the-scenes decisions and adaptations added layers to the film's production process.
Your father would want to hear this. This is business, not personal.
They shot my father.
Even the shooting of your father was business.